Hello and welcome to Germany. This briefing is designed to help familiarize you with the local economy, housing contracts, and any entitlements available to you. First off, the housing office is open Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 0800 to 1600 hours, and on Tuesdays from 10 to 1600 hours. We are closed on all German and American holidays. After this briefing, you'll meet with a counselor to complete your profile. This is your opportunity to ask any questions that you may have with housing contracts and entitlements. And again, on behalf of the Spangdahlem Housing Team, welcome to Germany.
TLA, or Temporary Lodging Allowance, is the current status that members fall under until they occupy housing. If government quarters are unavailable, or if you choose to decline government quarters, this will affect how many nights in lodging you are allowed. Initially, you are entitled to 20 nights in lodging. If permanent housing cannot be found within your first 10 nights in lodging, it is recommended that you occupy a temporary facility off base. They are fully furnished and covered by your overseas housing allowance. We have these contracts prepped and ready to go, sitting at the front desk. Reimbursement claims may be made at our office in up to 15-night increments, and you will need to bring your lodging receipt and proof you have been actively house hunting while staying in lodging. Our counselors will provide this form for you. Civilians are entitled to stay longer than 20 nights in lodging, and they file their claims through the Civilian Personnel Office.
When searching for a house, we highly recommend you use Homes.mil. Homes.mil are all USAFE contracts because we no longer do German contracts. So every contract that you sign with your landlord will be a USAFE contract. Also, all contracts are open-ended until you provide your landlord a written notice. When you come to the counselor's office, we will provide you a listing of villages that have the school bus routes if need be. Also, when you do house hunting, please make sure that this is your responsibility. If for some reason you are finding issues, please come to our office and one of our agents will assist you.
All housing agents speak German and English fluently and are responsible for specific villages and towns. Agents are able to assist you in communicating with the landlord if they only speak German. It is strongly discouraged for a member or civilian to negotiate the terms of a lease directly with a landlord. Please let your village's agents take care of all rental price and term negotiations. Agents are also responsible for drafting contracts, listing new rental locations, and mediating problems between tenants and landlords. Agents will only be able to assist you when you have a USAFE lease. So remember, no German contracts.
After finding the property you intend to rent, you will complete a promissory note with your potential landlord. This promissory note puts a temporary hold on the home you intend to rent. This document should only be provided for our office and should not be given by another source. Once the promissory note has been returned to our office, this is what will initiate your contract preparation. Contracts typically take 2 to 3 days to draft by our office. Should you need to cancel a promissory note, you may do so. Just please inform the original landlord that your plans have changed and then come back to visit us so we can give you a new promissory note. As a keynote, when you are just viewing a rental, please do not accept keys from a landlord. If you take a key from a German landlord, according to their rental laws, you have signed a binding contract with them to move into their home. So as a primary note, do not accept a key until you have a formally signed contract by our office.
OHA, also known as Overseas Housing Allowance, is an up-to amount. Also, you do get to utilize all your utility amount, but if you do have any extra, please set aside for any of the end of the year bills. Also, utilities can no longer be included into your base rent, so please don't try to negotiate with your landlord. If the landlord decides to give you a garage, the garage can be included into your OHA. Also, you are entitled to move-in housing allowance, which is also MIHA. If you'd like to know that amount, please go with your counselor to do so.
What shall you do for furnishings while you're waiting for your household goods to arrive? Furnishings Management Section, or short FMS, is here to provide you with basic and permanent items. Basic items, of course, are the loaner furniture, such as living room, bedroom, as well as dining room sets. And permanent items you will get to keep for the entire duration of your tour. These do include appliances, such as washing machine, dryer, and fridge. But also we will provide you with a few kitchen cabinets as well as wardrobes. It is very important that once you have signed in at the housing office and dropped off your promissory note with them, that you will come and see us immediately afterwards, even though you do not have your contract yet. We can at that time already schedule delivery appointments for you, and that way you don't have such a long waiting time. You may not get a delivery for your contract effective date, so please come and see us for that. In addition, we are able to issue you a housing maintenance number, which is for repairs or replacements of any of the major appliances in case they break down. Their number is 452-6686.
The military does not pay your deposit for the home, and some homes will have upwards of 3 months rent for the deposit. So what you are welcome to do is take the amount of the deposit, split it into thirds, and pay it out over the first 3 months you live in the home. If you're unable to cover this sum, or should you want to accept it, you are welcome to get advance from the base to cover this amount. Rent does need to be paid within the first 3 working days of the month. You may choose to pay your landlord in cash, and if you do pay in cash, please track it with receipts. Otherwise, what most members choose to do is use their German bank account that they got here on Spangdahlem Air Base to pay their German landlord. Recycling practices in Germany are quite strict, so what you will need to do is separate your glass from your paper from your plastic. Glass will be separated out by color and dumped into large metal bins located on the edge of your village. Be sure to check the bins for a timestamp, because it will only be certain times of day that you are allowed to bring your glass there. Definitely not on Sundays, and certainly not on German holidays. Paper and cardboard will need to be flattened out and put into a blue bin that should be provided for your home. And plastics, product packaging, milk cartons, egg cartons will need to go into the yellow bags. Yellow bags may be collected from the collection company on pickup day. You just need to provide a sign on top of the bag stating Bitte gelbe Säcke danke, or please yellow bags, thank you.
Renter insurance is very highly recommended. Also, some landlords will ask for a higher coverage, so please ask if need be. Internet. Take your address to any of the local companies to see how well the coverage is for that house. Ventilate the house at least 2 times a day to prevent mold and mildew from growing into your house. Local maps will be provided from your counselor, so please ask for one.
Thank you for stopping by today to receive your housing office briefing. You will now meet with one of our counselors to answer any questions you may have and to complete your housing profile.